Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett and I'm the founder and owner of TechViewSnope, and today we are doing class 3 on the hacking class. Now as far as this class is going to be pretty short, but what we're going to cover is package sniffing. This is a thing that many VPNs use in order to sell their VPNs. Basically, if you go to any coffee shop, basically any public Wi-Fi area, being school or whatever, someone can use a packet sniffer, which I'm about to show you how to do it, and they can see your passwords, your usernames, websites you go to, pictures that you send, everything. And there's a good and bad reasons to use this. A good reason, if you're on your own network, you can see what's going across. You can monitor between two computers, act as a middleman. You can also figure out the clogs for your system, your network, and whatnot. But other than that, it's a black hacker move. Now, one thing I want to mention is, I'm not a lawyer, but in America, it's illegal to do this in any network that is not your own. And by not your own, I mean not your home network. So it's very important to note this, because you could literally go to jail for it. And that's very, very, very important. And that's for most of the world, obviously. Now, as far as a quick disclaimer, this video is a educational video. This means that I do not condone any illegal activity, and whatever you do with this information is on your head, good or bad. So now let's jump into the fun stuff. So this is what I'm going to use. And by the way, you can use package sniffers, different types of package sniffers, on your phone or tablet or whatever. This is just one I found. I'm probably going to delete it after I'm done here, because I'm not really into this. I got other ways to tell if my network's going bad or not. Now, as far as this goes, again, I don't advise you to do it in public. It's just dumb. But for the most part, you can download this on anything Windows, Linux, OS X. But again, there is their own package sniffers. Given that you have that, you need to open it up. And by the way, you might see a alert down there once in a while. That's my security camera snowing outside. So after you open up, just go to this button and select your networks. Now, if you're like me, you got a VPN, so you got an extra network, and I'll explain why that's important in a second. But you probably got one Ethernet. You probably got one Wi-Fi card. I got two Wi-Fi cards. And if you have a VPN, you have something that looks like an Ethernet port. Now, this is very important, because if you're sniffing on the VPN, it's almost useless. But if you're off the VPN, then it's kind of useful, because the reason why I'm bringing up this is, the simple fact is if you're going through the VPN as far as your sniffer goes, then you're only sniffing your own stuff. Whereas if you're going through these others, you can be sniffing whatever. Keep in mind, it's best to use a sniffer that's connected directly to the actual router. There is sniffers, I'm not really sure if this one can do it, but there is sniffers out there that will be able to sniff out a network wirelessly. I'm not really up to do that on my network. There's no point, because there's nothing going on right now. But for the most part, you could do that if you want. So I'm just going to select that and press start. And let's give it a second or two. And as you see there, my security camera's going off. So what you need to do here is go to http://request. And you'll notice that it'll turn green. This means that it's recognized the command. You just press apply, and there you go. Now for here, what we're going to do is refresh this and give it a second or two, and right here it is. So there's the package for that site, that thing. So let's refresh it again to prove it. I think I missed it, so I got a lot going on my computer, so it's checking up on something right now. But anyways, that's pretty much what you look for. Try to find it real quick, and there you go. As you see there, that's one of the refreshes. So what we have is, in fact, let me get it in a better form. This actually shows the operating system of your computer being Windows, the 64-bit, and also what browser this is on. I will go on Chrome in a second and do this, but you can see it's Firefox and whatnot, and we can go through here and you know, it shows all the stuff. And if you put it in the analyzer, it can actually bring up and recreate this page without even being online. You can save this offline and recreate this entire page and see what the person saw. So let's clear this real quick and put it back on HTTP dot what was it, request, apply, and let's scroll all the way down. And right here, I had to find it for a second. Here's the Chrome. You can see that the host is this. Let's bring it over. This. You can see the. Try to find it. Chrome. Well, we got the Windows right here, Chrome, and I'm not really sure why it says far, but you got that. And then you got the rest of this other stuff. So the important thing to note with this, I mean, this is pretty much it. I mean, as far as package sniffing and finding people's passwords, just go to http request or just http, and there you go. And how do we counter this? Well, it's actually pretty easy. Let's scroll all the way down right here. In fact, let's do this on Mozilla or Firefox, because it's a little bit easier. Put S, and you won't even see it because it's not even looking for HTTPS. Now, this being said, the HTTPS, I'm not really sure how secure this is on Firefox. Try to find it. I know on Chrome it's like 120 bit. So I mean, you got that. But as far as Firefox, I'm not 100% sure on this. Unless it says somewhere around here. I'm not going to go through it. But that's one way to prevent someone from seeing it. At least from that, it makes it a little bit more encrypted. Now, one thing you could do is just turn on a VPN, and I can't really show you this that well on my system, my setup, but when you turn on a VPN and if it has an encryption, it'll probably have some type of encryption like 256 AES, which is military grade, the highest at the high right now, data identification, handshake, and all that stuff. And the problem with doing HTTPS is the simple fact is it's not that encrypt compared to what you can get with a VPN tunnel. In a VPN tunnel, the interesting thing is not only the middleman, the package sniffer can't really see it that well or at all as far as looking into the package. They can see the package but not get into it. Not only that, they the simple fact is ISPs and whatnot can't even get into the packages. The only people who can get in is once it gets to the VPN servers, it starts to decrypt and go through the stuff. So your area is shown as somewhere else, and it there's a couple things that go on behind the scenes, but basically makes it more secure So not only your ISP can't see it, but the person, the sniffer can't see it either, as far as getting into the package. But that being said, if you're trying to do something illegal with a VPN, I wouldn't suggest it, because the VPN, they're able to unencrypt their own stuff. Plus, the stuff has to go back to normal. In other words, the receiver won't see whatever. Like, say, for example, if you're sending an email that's encrypted, and if it doesn't decrypt before it gets to the receiver, then the simple fact is the receiver's going to see just a bunch of letters and numbers and not know what to make of it. So anyways, this has been Craig Bennett, the founder and owner of TechFuse Nope. And if you have any questions on this at all, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer it as quickly as possible. Also, one thing to mention is, if your email is not secure as far as HTTPS and whatnot, the chances are is, even with HTTPS, the email is sent out as a text file, and the sniffer can actually read the email line by line. There's a little bit of this stuff going on, but for the most part, they can read it, and they can see your email address, the sender's email address, or I mean the person you're sending it to, their email address, and so on. The name that you even have for them, and so on. It's crazy on what they can see. But again, this has been Craig Bennett, founder on TechFuse Nope, and you know where to get me if you got any questions or whatnot. If this video has helped you, then please like, please subscribe, and please share it. And I hope you have a great day.